Hi, this is Ray Peck. Just giving you another one of my boxing vlogs. Today I'm going to focus on the upcoming fight on March the 24th at the O2 Arena between Dillian Whyte and Lucas Browne. I'm actually quite looking forward to this one because I like Dillian Whyte. I think he's an exciting, likeable guy, a little bit like Marmite. You either love him or you hate him. Personally, I think he's great. I like his attitude. I like the fact that he's approachable, seems to be approachable when on the interviews that he's given. Just going to have a little look at the pair of them and sort of the history between them. And at the end, I'll give a prediction of what I think is going to happen in the fight. So we've got Dillian Whyte, aka the Body Snatcher from Brixton in London. He's been a pro for 5 years. 6'4". He's got a 78-inch reach, 23 bouts, 104 rounds with a knockout percentage of 70%. Which is pretty good. So he's had 22 wins, and 16 of those wins have been by knockout, and he's had one loss to his record, which was a knockout to our very own Anthony Joshua. He lost to Anthony Joshua, but I think he gave Anthony Joshua his toughest fight up to that point. He certainly tested AJ until round 7, when AJ caught him with a wonderful uppercut, and down he went. He also had a very, very tough fight. For me, the best domestic heavyweight fight I'd seen for a long, long time, against Derek Chisora, where they literally just toe-to-toe and just battered each other. And that went to Dillian Whyte on points, quite rightly too. That's pretty much Dillian Whyte's history. We look at Lucas Browne. He's called the Big Daddy, 38 years old. He's been a pro for 9 years. 6'5", so it's an inch taller. He's got a reach of 77 inches, which is 1 inch less, from Sydney, Australia. 25 bouts, 117 rounds with an 88% knockout percentage, which looks pretty impressive until you look at the actual record of the opponents that he's fought, which haven't been fantastic. 25 wins, 22 KOs, no draws, no losses. So he is unbeaten. You can't take that away from him. He is famed for being Australia's first genuine heavyweight world champion when he beat Chagayev in 2016 with a TKO to win the WBA heavyweight title. Now, two things about that. First of all, although he did win on a TKO, up until the TKO, all the judges had Chagayev ahead on points. I've seen the fight, and I also had Chagayev way ahead on points. He was pretty much knocking Browne around all around the ring, up until Browne unleashed a flurry of right-hand punches that were unanswered, and the referee had no choice but to step in and stop it. No real big names on his list of opponents, except for James Toney, who I'm sure you will all know was a great heavyweight fighter back in the day, and he fought James Toney in 2013 and got a decision. And on that occasion, he actually won the World Boxing Foundation heavyweight title. It's not a recognised one of the big belts, but it was his first title. So, looking at the two of them, who's got most to prove, who's got most to lose, who's got most to win? I'm sure Lucas Browne will desperately want to win, because he will want to try and get a fight with either Deontay Wilder or AJ, both of which would be a mistake in my opinion. Just a little footnote, actually, when he fought Chagayev, subsequently after fighting and winning that title, he failed a drug test, He appealed that drug test and was subsequently cleared. However, he's since failed another one for the use of it was an over-the-counter steroid or over-the-counter tablet of some kind, but that one seems to have stuck as well. So getting back to what I was saying there, if he can beat Dillian Whyte, it has to open the door for him to possibly fight or make a claim to try and get a world title fight against either Deontay or AJ. There'll be a lot of factors involved there. Obviously, you've got Anthony Tyson Fury now has his license back and will be looking to fast track his way to a world title shot as well. So how that comes into the equation, I'm not entirely sure. And the same really applies to Dillian Whyte. You know, he's been around the British and world boxing scene for some time now. Not quite cut the mustard when it's come to the final crunch. You know, I believe personally he's capable of winning a version of a world title. I don't think that's possible if AJ unifies everything, because I don't think he would beat AJ now. I think AJ's learned so much over the last couple of fights. But there's been, between these two, Whyte and Browne, there's quite a lot of bad blood. Browne says that this is a genuine grudge match. There's been words on social media and on Twitter between the two. I think possibly it's crossed the line a little bit. So it started with obviously Dillian Whyte bringing up the drugs charges and calling him a drugs cheat. Lucas Browne has replied with a picture of an orangutan, saying that Dillian Whyte is an orangutan, or looks like an orangutan. Now, obviously, Whyte took great offence to this and has said that this was a racist comment. Browne has come back and said, no, you've taken it the wrong way. It wasn't a racist comment. I was referring to your body shape, the fact that you've got very long arms. And an orangutan has got very long arms. Well, whatever the motive for that, it's in today's world, you can't say things like that. I'm actually surprised that there hasn't been some kind of disciplinary action from the Boxing Board of Control for those comments. So for Dillian Whyte, this, I think, is his last shot of getting a sniff of a world title. If he can beat Lucas Browne, that will open the door for him. And again, as I say, it depends on what happens in AJ's career and Deontay Wilder, whether they go separate ways or whether they ever meet. But it does open the door, and I think it would, if he can beat Lucas Browne, maybe he will be looking at a final eliminator fight with Tyson Fury for the right to fight AJ. That would make sense to me. I'm not really sure what other routes he would have. He's a danger. The trouble is with Dillian Whyte is a lot of people don't want to fight him because he's a dangerous guy. He can bang, you know, he can hit, and he's very, very durable. The fight against Chisora showed you how durable he was. You know, the amount of punishment that both of them took and just kept coming forward, for me, was just phenomenal. But it's certainly, this fight is a stepping stone for both fighters. So it is a must, you know, it's a must-win fight. It could potentially be the end of the career for Whyte if he loses, and it could send Browne back into obscurity if he loses. My prediction, I think this is quite a simple one, to be honest. I don't think Browne's all that. I don't think he's a credible opponent, and I think Whyte will stop Lucas Browne on or around round 5 with a knockout. And I don't think Browne will give much to that fight up to that point. I think he may come out with a jab and try and force himself, because obviously he's a big guy. But I think he'll be shocked by the power of Whyte and how durable he is. And after round 1, I would say Browne will be on the back foot, trying to hold and trying to cover, and eventually he'll get caught. And I think it will be a combination of punches, several punches, that will sink him to his knees, and he'll be gone. He'll be over. So that's my prediction. I hope you enjoyed this video. So I'm saying Dillian Whyte to win in round 5, or around round 5. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it, please share it, please give it the thumbs up, and please subscribe. And I'll be posting another one shortly. Thank you.